Ko, K-O, in Japanese basically translates to child or baby. So if you see Ko in front of a bunka, a nakiri, or a santoku, or any knife, you're basically getting the itty bitty version of that blade. So in this video, I'm gonna show you 3 different types of Ko knives. Actually, I'm gonna show you a little bit more than 3, but we're gonna talk about the Ko-Bunka, Ko-Nakiri, and Ko-Santoku. I'm gonna show you their parent counterparts so you can see the difference in size, talk a little bit about the blades that I have in front of me. So if you're looking to add any one of these to your collection, you know what you're getting yourself into. Let's get started with the Ko-Bunka, because the Ko-Bunka, I would say, is the most common Ko knife that you will find. And like I said, a lot of these are going to be marketed as prep knives. So just keep that in mind. If you're looking for a Ko whatever, maybe type in prep with the name, like prep nakiri, prep bunka, or something like that, because you may find it. But for us, everything's going to be linked below, so it'll be easy. You won't have to search for it. This is the Enso HD bunka. It's 7 inches long. Has a micarta handle, triple riveted with a stainless steel end cap. This has VG10 stainless steel in the core with a sashimi finish and Damascus cladding. Well, guess what? This is the 5.5-inch version of it. It's a prep knife. It is a Ko-Bunka. It's the same thing, just a little bit smaller of a blade and smaller handle. Everyday prep knife. You can do so much with these little blades. They're easy. What's also great about them is that if you're just doing a quick sandwich, you want to slice some pickles or cucumber, tomato, or make a simple salad and you have a small cutting board, well, these little knives work beautifully on a smaller board. Next up is the Hisashi by Enso. This has the same exact blade, a little bit more of an elongated bolster with a blonde packwood handle. And this also has the kanji at the end cap, but this is exactly the same, just a little bit different of a grip. Next up is the Enso SG2, made with SG2 stainless steel, coming in at that 63 Rockwell compared to the 60 to 61 Rockwell of the HD and the Hisashi. This has a polished end cap and bolster with a micarta handle with the red inlays and the mosaic pin. 5.5 inches compared to 7. That would be some examples of the Enso Ko-Bunkas. Next up, I have a little trio that's pretty cool. This is the Hatsukokoro Kurogane bunka, coming in at 6.5 inches. The Ko-Bunka coming in at 4.1, and the itty bitty Ko-Bunka, this is 3.1 inches. It's cute. I don't know all of what you're gonna do with it, but hey, it's cute. Okay, so we have Awagami #2 blue carbon steel with a Kurochi finish, coming in at that 61 to 62 Rockwell with an ebony wood octagonal handle. And these are just the little tiny versions of the original. What I will say that's great about the full-size bunka here is you got a really nice curvature at the tip there. And because it's carbon steel, it's easy to sharpen. So if you're looking for a bunka that's gonna hold an edge, but you want something that will do okay with the rock chop, as long as you're not cramming it into your board and you do have a softer board like a larch board, or maybe a walnut at the hardest, or a hinoki, or even a rubber, this knife will do the trick for you. It'll be very easy to sharpen. So here you go, 6.5, 4.7, and 3.1 inch bunkas, these being the Ko-Bunkas. Let's move on to the Nakiri. This is another Hatsukokoro Nakiri that's coming in at 6.5, 7 inches. And then we have, this is a Shun Ko-Nakiri coming in at 5 inches. So this is the Shun Classic. That's what I'm going to focus on. I know we're out of stock on this one, so I'm not going to tease you with it, even though it's an amazing Nakiri. The Shun Classic coming in with the 6061 Rockwell VG Max stainless steel core with Damascus cladding. This has the hollows on the side, so for a prep knife, the size, the shape, this is fantastic. And because of that rectangular blade for a prep knife, you do get that nice scoop capability. Can you do it with this? Absolutely. But the fact that you get the width throughout there of the height, it's great for scooping. So excellent little prep. You got a stainless steel bolster and end cap with a D-shaped pack-a-wood handle. If you're a fan of Nakiri blades, I must say, I get that, you know, it's only 2 inches, inch and a half shorter, but it's a completely different vibe when you are prepping with a Ko-Nakiri. I've prepped with all of these. I was more surprised by prepping with the Nakiri than I was with the others. Just saying, it felt very, very different compared to its full-size parent counterpart. This is the Hatsukokoro Kurogane Nakiri. Everything is the same as the Ko-Bunka that I showed you. It's just the Nakiri shape. So that's pretty easy to explain. Next up, we have a very different knife here. I don't see Ko-Santokus. I really don't. This is the first one that I've seen at least. This is from Yaxell. And if you're curious, Yaxell, great manufacturer, they make our in-house brand, which is Enso. We like these guys. This is the Hana series. So you have their regular, where am I at here? 6.5 inch Santoku. And then this is, I believe, the 5 inch. Yep. You know, sometimes it's hard to remember every single thing about these knives. So why not? We keep it real here. 5 inch Ko-Santoku. This is just a fantastic prep knife. I think it's just listed on the site as a prep knife as well, but it's the same shape. It's a Ko-Santoku. The Hana line, H-A-N-A, they have some type of name for their stainless steel. What I like about these is the geometry is super thin, very lightweight, and this is coming in at a 58 Rockwell. And these are some of the most affordable Japanese-made knives. Are they the greatest knives in the world? Absolutely not. These are budget knives, but they're made in Japan. They are good quality for what they are. And at that 58 Rockwell, what's fantastic about these is that you can treat these like a Wüsthof or a Zwilling or any of these other German-made softer steel blades. You can pivot, you can twist, you can rock chop, cross chop, mince, you name it, and you're not gonna have to worry about the blade fracturing, chipping, or anything like that over time. All of these, if used improperly, will suffer from a little bit of wear and tear if you're not using them. At the Rockwells that I explained, these will hold up better than a lot of other Japanese blades, but if you're looking for a lightweight budget, just easy to use and abuse Japanese knife, the Yaxell Hana. So there you have it. This, again, stainless steel. It's a proprietary type of steel. I can't think of it off the top of my head. And this is at the 58 Rockwell, and you have a pack-a-wood octagonal handle, just incredibly lightweight. Okay. The last one I'm going to show you is a German blade, and it would never be called a Ko, I don't think, because it's coming from Germany. This is the Zwilling Rocking Santoku, 5 inches, 5.5 inches. That's what it was. So this is the Zwilling Pro Rocking Santoku. As far as I'm concerned, this is a Ko knife. They're not calling it that because, again, it's not coming from Japan, but I would put this as like, let's call it a runner-up in the Ko category. This is nice. It's coming in at that 58 Rockwell stainless steel. You've got that nice flared taper bolster like all of the Pro Zwilling knives have. Full tang, you've got a big grip to it. And with this, that rocking Santoku, that curvature that this has is meant for that rock chop, even much more so than tap and push. So think rock, think mincing, think slicing, and the occasional tap, but you know, it's just not going to make a ton of surface contact with the cutting board. So that's why they call it a rocking Santoku. And there you have it. That's the runner-up. So these are the Ko knives that you can add to your collection next. We got Ko-Nakiris, Bunkas being the most common, and the Santoku. I'm Chef Brandon with Cutlery and More. Thanks so much for tuning in and exploring all these itty bitty little Ko Japanese blades. See you next time.